Hey guys, as a brokerage owner and team leader, I got a question for you. When's the last time you fired someone? Whoa, that's a big question, isn't it? When's the last time you fired someone? Have you ever fired someone? Or do they just leave? Here's the thing, a lot of brokerage owners and team leaders have not had the strength to walk in and say, this person is just not working here anymore. Yet it's creating a situation where it's creating a roadblock for recruiting because there's some agents at some companies that create such a bad apple syndrome where you got this bad apple in your company and it prevents other people from leaving their company and joining you because they say, I joined, but I can't work with that agent. They're just too drama. They're too prima donna. They're just too gossipy. They're just toxic. I can't work with them. Now, I want you to think about your roster right now. Maybe nobody fits that bill. Maybe all your people are fantastic and they're amazing and they're incredible, but maybe they're not. Maybe you got somebody on your roster that got some barnacles, that isn't the kind of person that other people want to work with. And here's another thing to think about. How many people on your roster haven't closed anything in the last year? You might have 5, 6, 8, 10 agents on your roster that aren't closing anything. They're a goose egg. Why are they on your roster? They're dragging all of your production numbers down for every other agent that's actually out producing. So does that mean we walk in and we just fire everybody? No. But we do talk to people in a real way. We say, hey, you know what? I need to have a meeting with you. If they're not producing, I'm going to say, obviously, haven't sold anything in a while. We need to have a conversation about how we're going to turn that around, or if this is the right, industry for you. That's easy. That's an easy conversation. The other conversation, which is much harder, is to say, hey, I've got some issues here. And the issue is, and it's about me, not you, it's really that I'm having a hard time recruiting because you have a reputation in the market that's really hurting me. And the reputation, I don't know that we can fix it, but it's an issue for me. So we can work together to try to fix it, or we can just part company. What do you think we should do? And here's what I'm hearing on the street. And you just tell them, people are saying you're difficult to work with. People are saying you're not communicating. People are saying this, that, or the other. And I know that's a really uncomfortable conversation to have, but they know who they are. And if they get really angry, you can say, you know what? It's probably time we part company. I think you'd be better served by another firm. If they say, no, Jim, I want to change. And I've had people do that. They say, I don't like the fact that I got that reputation out there. Great, let's work on this. I know you can communicate at a better level. I know you can negotiate and not be adversarial anymore. I know you can elevate the way you talk to other agents. I know you can. And I want you to really work with me so we can get to that point. But I can't have you continuing like this because it's not working for me. And it's not working for you either. And if you have that real conversation, it's great. Now, if they get angry and you need to let them go, here's what's going to happen at your company. When you actually let somebody go for non-performance or they're not willing to change, then what's going to happen is every other agent in your company is going to say, thank you. Next day, same day, they're going to be in your office saying, geez, Jim, thank you for letting that person go. They didn't fit here. I was thinking about leaving. You're going to hear this a lot. Man, they were not a great fit for this company. So it's going to be so better for you, so better for the company. Your morale will go up. And for those agents that are on the bubble and not producing, if you let somebody that's not producing go, they're going to be like, oh, I can't just sit here. This isn't a charity. I actually got to go back to work, right? So just some tips there. I want you to think about, don't be afraid of letting people go. Letting people go can be one of the strongest things you can do as a leader in your company, and it can attract agents to join your firm. If you want more ideas like this, join us over at eRealEstateCoach. Sign up for a discovery call with me. I'd love to talk about how we can elevate your company to the next level, how we can start helping you recruit experienced agents so you can really build profit at your firm. Click the link below. Love to have that conversation. Have a great day. Good selling.